one single park that's there. Is there any way that we can change them, like add the park there and convert the loading, as it's not going to need to be a loading zone there anyway? And also I reckon there's enough room on the back to add a fourth park.
Possibly, but a bit tight to put another space like that. Once again, because the proposal complies with the requirements, car parking requirements, then it would be very difficult to sustain a position to say you need to provide more car parking on street.
But it is something that we can.
Yes.
Well, we talk about this cage construction that's there at the moment. Would you have needed a permit to put that in? Is that an illegal structure?
Fencing doesn't require permit.
So it's only a fence, is it?
Yeah, it's dangerous, especially if it's on.
Thank you.
Any other question? Yes, Captain.
Following up from Chair's question about the loading and unloading bay, I believe this used to be a retail business, so probably required. Actually, is there a requirement now to leave that loading and unloading bay and
So the loading bay is external to the site and is generally outside the scope of this planning application.
So following up, one of the speakers, Scott's point was that the parking was the problem. If we convert it to a normal parking, would that ease a little bit?
Look, that would be alleviate the problem, but there's, according to the planning application and regulations, there is no problem.
Yes.
Through you, Madam Chair, possibility of undertaking redesigning of the car parking spaces, as has happened on Mayor Street, Church Street, between Nunn Street and Mitchell Street. That's council road to control.
Okay.
So through the CBD parking committee, the committee may be able to look at this precinct as a parking local traffic management plan and how parking sits, etc. So that's within council's wearing a separate hat.
Thank you, Madam Chair. That was actually sort of where I was heading with my question. Is this something that we can bring to the Benalla Local Safety and Traffic Liaison Committee to have do some further work around this area, and in particular around the parking? And is it something we can consider in putting in the recommendation tonight?
Yeah, sure. That's a separate process to the planning process.
Are there any other questions? I'll have someone read the recommendation. And the amendment. Councillor King, would you like to write the amendment while, and who would second that? Councillor O'Brien, would you like to speak on that? Councillor King?
Just to acknowledge our two guest speakers tonight who've both spoken to the recommendations, and I guess that, it's good to see a business that's expanding and wanting to take the next step, and that council being able to work with them to support that. I think, as it's been raised tonight, traffic in that space is a problem, and we do need to look at it very seriously. And so I think putting it through the likes of the Benalla Local Safety and Traffic Committee, we can start getting to work on that straight away, and then bring that to council and look at what some options are. Thank you.
Councillor O'Brien, would you want to speak on that? Yes,
Yes, I'd just like to say it's good to see new businesses coming to town, and there are obviously a few parking issues. Well, under this application, there's nothing we can do at this stage about it, but with Councillor King's recommendation, I'm sure we'll look at that and address that problem, and I wish the new people all the best.
Just wait a moment. Just before we pass the last.
Trying to get the wording right, councillor.
Yeah.
Councillor
I can't remember what it's called either.
Stretch it out.
Wording at the moment is that the matter be referred, that the matter of on-street parking be referred to the local traffic management committee for discussion and a proposal back to the planning and development committee.
Thank you.
That
Thank you.
narrow that what's on site parking, the street, we're talking about the
We're talking about the loading bay in Church Street and an additional
Well-
park in Carrier Street. Yeah, so that area.
You mean the area?
From Carrier Street to
Church Street.
Smythe Street.
Well,
No,
Church
Church.
Street,
Yeah.
Carrier
From
Street intersection.
Carrier Street.
Yeah, so
Or
Church
Church
Street, Carrier
Did a
Street.
CBD, wasn't it?
Yeah. No, that's always what it was there.
And you're happy with that?
Thank you, Madam Chair, I am.
That's all, Brian, you're happy with that? All those in favour? Thank you, that's passed. Thank you very much. Scott and Kate.
I got a few new customers at the gym.
And they- Thanks very much. All right, item 7, building and planning approvals, November and December 2020. Oh, Neil, is that you?
Yes, yep. Come back to that.
I think you nearly should, you'd like to take us through that.
Thank you. Thank you, Madam Chair. Through you, Madam Chair, I present to the Planning and Development Committee the monthly planning and building activity report for November and December. There were 16 decisions made in November under delegation and 20 in December. So a busy period in planning. There were 6 planning permit amendments undertaken in November and 2 in December under officer delegation. There was 1 permit approved under Vic Smart in November and 4 in December. There was 1 application decided in December by council and 1 application was lapsed in December. There were 3 notice of decisions issued in November and 3 in December. The items listed. There are 2 matters still before the Victorian Civil and Administrative Tribunal listed for hearing. There was in the building department in November, there were 45 building permits approved in the municipality, out of which the council's building unit issued 30. And in December, there were 42 building permits issued, out of which council's building unit did 29. So we're doing majority of the building permits within our municipality. The recommendation is on page 78. Happy for any questions.
Are there any questions? Oh, I actually have one. It's on page 1, 63. Item 14, construction of a shelter on the showground. John?
Say that on the list.
Are there any other questions? Would someone like to move recommendation? Councillor Claridge, Councillor Davis, would you like to speak, Councillor Claridge?
just like to congratulate the planning department on the great job they've done. There's nearly $3 million a month of development happening in Benalla, and it's fantastic and well done.
Councillor Davis, would you like to speak?
It's all been said. Thank you. Madam Chair.
Anyone else like to speak? Thank you. Put that to, all those in favour? Thank you. That's passed. And we'll close the meeting at 7:34.
Okay, 30.
Okay.
No.
It will take longer to come through.
Do you have to be so long?
It's waffling on the
So many routes, so many, it's crazy, isn't it?
How do you get into it?
Don't you reckon?
Yeah.
Yeah. Bye, Simon. Thank you.
So